Ahoy! Welcome at the festival bubbles of the 60 Seconds Zlín Film Festival, where we have daily conversations with the most sparkling, most interesting, most exciting guests of the 2022 festival edition. And we're extremely proud to have with us Tamara. We know her as a script author of many of the most wonderful scripts for children's films, like Romy Salon, Minus, Winky's Horse, and many more children's classics almost. But today we also want to speak with her how it is to be in the festival jury, because she's one of the members of the children's film jury in this year's Zlín edition. So yes, Tamara, I often met you as a scriptwriter. Now I meet you as a jury member. You look more or less the same, but is it a different Tamara I'm looking at?
Yeah, I think so. Because it's very, well, I feel a lot of responsibility to judge in the right way. And I think it's very difficult to judge these films because they're all, well, I like them all and they're all very different. So it's, yeah. So I just discussed today with my other jury members, okay, where are we going to watch on specifically, because well, most films are made with a lot of passion and humor, and it's really, it will be difficult. We've seen 5 films now, and there's still 5 to go. So, but we'll manage.
But the selection in your jury is very universal. There's films from India, from Iran, from Vietnam. How difficult is it to take off our Western European glasses and watch it with universal eyes? Is that an extra challenge?
Well, I don't know if it's a challenge, but I think we should be aware of it. That, of course, a film in India is made differently, and maybe there are also cultural things that make the storytelling differently. But I think the main thing is if a film really catches us and we think it's well made and it's well, the children acting well. I think that's the most important thing. But we also have animation in it, so that's also really totally different. So yeah, it's a hard job. I'm not alone. I'm happy.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
How do you cooperate with the others? How is it in your jury? Are you having
good. I've Kenneth. I don't know his last name, from Denmark, a director. So that's another point of view. And we have Jitka.
Kenneth and Jitka is okay.
Jitka is a very famous actress, so in Czech here. So when we walk around from cinema to another cinema, then everybody keeps her standing and wants her autograph. So it's difficult for her. But she's doing really great. She's really nice.
Maybe we should get you a T-shirt that says, I also give autographs?
I'm important too. No. I'm really happy that I'm not like that. That I'm not, well, not famous like that.
I would be proud to have your autograph.
I'll give you one later.
Thank you. But as you said, you have one actress, you have one director, and you have this world-famous script author. So
in your world. But
so your role is to be there as a script author, or not priority?
Yeah, well, I think if we have discussions, I will watch more at the script part, I think, yeah. Because that's my profession, and but yeah. But we have small talks now after every film, and I think we will have more discussions later on. Yeah.
I'm having a more difficult question then. Like, what does the selection tell you about filmmakers of today? You're meeting a new generation of film, or you're meeting their work. What does it tell you about the people making films today?
Well, I don't know. Yesterday I was a little bit. Well, not disappointed, but most films where the boys were main characters, there were 1 or 2 boys and a girl in a supporting role. But this morning there was a film with a really powerful girl, and I really liked it because it was it's an animation in a fantasy world, but in like the knights in the Middle Ages. And I think there were really some kind of feminist perspective, and I really like to see that in such really a lovely film with a lot of jokes. And for example, there were 3, mostly in this kind of films, there are 3 old men reacting on something, and in this film it were 3 old women. Just little things like that. Yeah, I really liked that.
So this is your first time to Zlín Film Festival?
Yeah, actually, I think a few or a lot of my films went to Zlín Festival, but for me it's the first time.
Yeah, that surprises me because, yeah, most of your films were on the program. Probably some of them brought home prizes.
Yeah.
And you were never here to pick them up.
Yeah, well, no, but well, actually, 3 years ago, the director and the main actress of Le Romy Salon were here to present the film. So, yeah, and maybe people ask me sometimes, and then I couldn't come because I have 3 children, but now they're grown up. But at that time, and especially May, it's often exams, and so I think they asked me before.
Usually people coming here once, they want to come back every year.
Yeah.
How is the experience for you so far?
Yeah, I can understand that. I really liked it. I didn't know there would be so many parties, so I didn't bring the right clothes. So I bought a dress this afternoon. I brought a dress this morning, yeah.
And then you decided not to wear it for this TV
No,
show.
I didn't know it was. I thought it was just you and me, and you would write it for the paper. I'm sorry.
Now you make it even worse. It's just you and me, so I'm not going to wear my pretty dress. Thank you.
No, but
Thank you.
No, but I just bought it in between. I couldn't put it on.
Okay.
So I'm sorry.
We'll have you again here in the Festival Bubbles with your new dress on then.
Maybe.
Yeah. Can I ask you what you're working on these days?
Yeah, I'm working on several projects. Something television series for children, and I also working with. I just heard 2 days ago that I got script money from the Dutch Film Fund for a new project with Misha Kamp. So that's really nice. But actually, it's something new for us because it's a historical story. It's about a little girl in Amsterdam during the war, and she has to hide. But she doesn't know what. It's really from the perspective from a 6-year-old child, and the people don't tell her what's happening. They tell her that she has to stay over somewhere, and well, of course, it's a Jewish girl, and she has to hide in Amsterdam. And this project starts in Israel, and they asked the Dutch producers from NL Film to co-produce because the story is in Amsterdam, but it's from an Israeli writer about his mother, who, well, she survived. And then they went to NL Film, and then they said, "Oh, well, we know." So then we know you should ask. So then they asked me, and then I asked Misha to join. So I think it will be a wonderful film because it's a story about friendship and family, but and you have the World War II in the background, but you're not going to see it really. So all children can watch it too, I think.
It's so nice that you want to share this information already in the early stage of the project.
Yeah.
People sometimes keep it a secret, but you...
Maybe I'm not allowed.
Is there a title already, like a working title?
Yeah, it's called Hanneke en Fiet. And it's, Hanneke is the Jewish girl. And it's, yeah, well, it's the Israeli writer who wrote it like that.
Yeah, maybe we should explain that in this crazy language of yours, Hanneke and Fiet would be...
Two girls, the name of two girls.
Names,
yeah. And the great thing about it that, well, that Fiet, she is still alive. She's 86 now, I think. I met her a few months, a year ago. And the mother of the Israeli writer, she died, unfortunately. But so, yeah, it's really a great story, I think. And in Israel, they already made a play about it. And that was really a success. So, yeah. And there's more, but then we sit here for hours.
Yeah,
all the projects I work on.
Which is not the intention, because
no, I know.
I'm already going to ask you the last question, which is the same for everyone. Yeah. You're in Zlín, capital of shoes.
Yeah.
Can you please show us your shoes and tell us why you are wearing them, and maybe you have a nice story about you and shoes?
Yeah, well, I really like these shoes, actually. Because they're, well, I'm not really good at walking at high heels. I can't do that very well. So I like these shoes because they're a little bit high, but not difficult for me. And actually, I went to see the Bata store also, and I'm going to go back because I think I will buy a pair just to have. It's a great idea to have the real Bata shoes from Zlín at home.
I have the same intention, but I might need some advice. So maybe we can set a date and go to the Bata shoes together, and that will for sure be the most
I will help you.
Thrilling experience for me in this year's festival, going to buy Bata shoes together with Tamara. Tamara, it was lovely to have you here. Thank you for the shoes, thank you for the stories, thank you for the films. And I wish you a lot of fun and a lot of luck and a lot of energy here together with your other jury members, and I hope you'll truly enjoy your stay here in Zlín. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for the attention.